What is up, my crafty friends? My name is Angie, and this is Tutu's Crafty Creations. If this is your first time, welcome. If you are returning, thank you so much. It means the world to me. In today's video, I have three, I think, are amazing, wonderful, cute, adorable. One of them is involving my granddaughter, so of course I am a little biased to that one. Anyway, I have three projects for you, and I hope you all had a good weekend. And with that being said, enjoy your Monday and enjoy the video. Project one, here we go. This is the project design that I'll be using my machine at work. Okay, so this is the project supplies. We'll be using a Love glass mirrored word that I got from Joann's on clearance for $1.47. I'm going to be using some quick hold glue, this double-sided tape. I'm not sure on the ribbon, but one of those ribbons. The little pearl heart embellishment on this one here. One of these three silver pens from Crafter Squares, Sharpie or a Bic. Not quite sure yet. And then these little hearts are embellishments that I used for when my daughter got married in 2016. And then this I cut out with my silhouette. I'm using this as a stencil for these silver pens. And then this is absolutely awesome and amazing. My little sister got me a quill pen, and I've done a project with it. I love the quill pen, but I needed more practice with it. So anyhow, I decided to purchase one for my silhouette machine, and this thing is amazing. I could not believe how it turned out. It was so cute. The detail is just amazing in it. So anyhow, so that I will be using 2 sheets of scrapbook paper, this sign here from the Dollar Tree, and then glue gun. So let's go ahead and get this started. All right, so once I get the tag and the sticker removed, I am marking the scrapbook paper to cut that with a nice clean edge on my straight cutter. I'm leaving that pink sheet on there to help protect the design, which theoretically I didn't really need to do that because that design was on that paper and wasn't going anywhere. But so I get that nice and lined up, swoop, cut it, get the top cut off. Here I'm ripping the edges off because with photocopying, if you copy a straight edge, you can usually see that line, and I just thought it would look cool. I know I'm not photocopying, but I just thought it would look cool to rip the edge of that instead of having a straight edge on it. And it's looking so cute so far. I love it. And then I'm using my glue stick here, and I also used some double-sided tape that I got to get around the edges nice and tight. And I'll glue the top of it on and proceed to move on to... Oh, actually, first I will make sure that I clean the back side of it up because this is going to be double-sided. And then I'll place the wording on my sign there where I want it to be placed. And get everything all lined up, and then I will use that silver Bic marker to color in the words, and then I will go from there. Finishing up these little touches with the marker from those little dots that I had to put in there. I had to kind of do like a reverse stencil for those. And here I'm trying to show you what these little hearts say. They have engraved on them. They say love. And then these are like the key ring adapter thingies that you use for key rings. And so, like, I have my mama's handy dandy jewel school tools here. My mom used to watch Jewel School on Saturdays, and I would go and pick her up. But I had to wait until Jewel School was over before I could go and pick her up because she wanted to finish watching her Jewel School. So, fun little fact about my mama. And those pliers, which you will see in all of my videos because I do use them quite often. And then here I'm just getting everything glued on. And I had a bright idea of, I thought the bottom of this needed something because there wasn't really anything on. So I've had these gold heart, or not gold, silver heart confetti thing pieces. And I decided to use some Mod Podge to glue around the sides, the bottom and the sides of it. And as you'll see in the reveal, the Mod Podge, it's rearing its ugly head for the spots that didn't get covered with the little silver heart confetti. You can see the marks on the paper, so I will have to go ahead and fix that. Sorry, I was out of camera view there a minute, but here we are with the Mod Podge. And then we're going to go ahead and poke the holes back in this thing so that I can attach a string, and I wanted to use something that was going to be cohesive for both sides, so I went with this little silver tinsel ribbon from Christmas to complete the project. For some reason I keep putting this the wrong way too, and I will quit now that I've done this a couple times, but here we go.
I can't forget the day we met. Your smile so bright, it made me swoon. Our love is like a summer's day, hot and endless in a magic way. Whenever I see you, all I can think is my summer love. Been waiting for you, my love. My summer love. Been waiting for you, my love. I can't forget the day we met. You look so...
Project number 2.
Okay, you guys, for this project, I will be using some lamb's ear and possibly some of this baby breath, most likely with the lamb's ear. Maybe these little cute white, oh, these are called baby's breath also. How do they consider both of those baby's breath? And they're both from Dollar Tree. Okay, and the lamb's ear is from Hobby Lobby. And then this here is a picture of my oldest granddaughter. First Christmas. And yes, I know it's not Christmas, but my youngest daughter sent me a TikTok, and this lady was using one of the other Dollar Tree hearts, the wood one where the slots are going this way, and she used a picture. So I'm going to do it this way with this picture because it's been, as you can see, it's not in a frame and it's not been put to good use. So I'm going to put it on here, because you can see it's short. I'm going to use some of this under here on both sides of it, and then probably use this ribbon. Maybe that ribbon, but most likely just this ribbon. Possibly these flowers. This granddaughter is born in September, and her birth flower is an aster. So I might use these because of that fact. So I'm not quite sure yet, but let's find out, shall we? Let's get on into it.
Alrighty, so I was going to take the back off first and realized, hey genius, you need to take the glitter and stuff off this first, line it up, and then you can take the back off.
So here I am scraping all that wonderful glitter off of the Dollar Tree heart sign there. And then, you guys, I suggest that if you try this, because this really is an adorable project for your own loved ones, but I suggest that if you try this, you use tape to line the heart with your picture, because I did have to trim the pieces after I cut it, which wasn't too bad, but I should have used some tape. But anyways, so get it all trimmed out, or all lined out, sketched out, traced out. There we go. Oh my goodness, guys. Anyway, so get it traced out, get it cut up, use a straight edge on the straight sides. Get it lined up. Oh, look at that, looks so cute. My granddaughter loves this. So then we are moving on to ripping the back of it off. After we get the back off, we are going to measure the sides, get those all cut out, get them glued on with the picture, and we'll proceed to attach flowers. I decided at that point that I only needed to cut small pieces and not the whole size of it, which I was going to do originally. Use this glue stick on the picture parts. I gotta stand by my glue stick. I love glue sticks, and I've been using them for many years, you know, during school, of course, but through scrapbooking and whatnot, and it's the best for pictures, in my opinion. And here I had to give that a little extra force, a little help because of the bend from it being stored. So just get a little extra pressure there. And then we're gonna move on to the flowers. Oh, apologies here, friends. I forgot that I trimmed the edges of the pieces so that you could see all the way through the same distance between each piece, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to use one of the ribbons from the Dollar Tree and put my ruler right in the middle of it and put a piece of it down one side and then a piece of it down the other side. And then we move on to the picture, or the flowers. And I'm so glad that you guys cannot see how gray my hair really is. Start with the bottom, work my way up to the top. And then once I got the second piece on, just put a little dab at the top of it and finish them off. Spoke too soon. Project number 3. Okay, so for this project, we are going to be using this Angel's Craft DIY I got at a 99-cent store, or it wasn't the Dollar Tree, or it was some 99-cent kind of store, but it was $1.49, and I will be using some Waverly ink chalk paint. I will be using this gold, again, that I used in a previous project that I will attach up above for you. It's going to be for my bee. And I will be using this that I printed out and weeded out for my silhouette. I'm going to put here. This is going to go on the back of it. This will probably, do you hear that? Go on the back. This is some wood pouch that I'm going to fill the bee's wings with. And I am going to stain it with some golden oak stain. And gloves, and probably going to use this ribbon. I'm not sure yet. Don't know if I'm going to keep it so I can do this other side or not. And that's about it. Let's roll. Alright, to get this started, we are going to cover the holes in the bee's wings with this wood patch. I will then... my plan was to use that golden oak wood stain, but as you'll see, I didn't quite like the way it was coming out. It was on clearance, and I think maybe it was just too old. I don't know. But it squirted everywhere, and I don't know if you saw that piece fly up there to the right, but I decided to not go with this, and it decided to use, I believe it's called Americana, but it's also an oak. So I go ahead and stain both sides of this. Take my little microfiber cloth here and wipe off the excess stain, and look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. I'll go ahead and stain both sides, and here in a second you'll see the, yeah, look at that from the other stain up there in that corner of it. Bummer, but it's all right. It works out. So once we get this stained up, we will move on to the gold on the bee. And this gold, as I said, I made it with some mica powder. It's pure gold, and I just mixed it with some matte medium to make my own paint. And I did use it in a previous project, which I stated, so check out that video. I'm just trying to be very careful to not get the outside line on the bee, as I will be painting those black. I guess it doesn't really matter since I was painting it black, but I don't know, I was still being careful. Because this project here, I think this project is stinking adorable. I love the way that it turned out. I don't know, besides the one with my granddaughter, it's probably one of my favorites. Alright, and then I'm going to sand it down a little bit, get a little bit of that roughness off, and move on to applying my vinyl. The vinyl, you have to use some transfer tape, and I use the transfer tape from Arteza, and I really like the way that stuff works, and I really especially like the fact that it has lines on there, so it's easier to get it straight for the most part. And then I will be moving on to the black of the wings on my bee, and as you can see, I decided to go ahead and color the, or excuse me, not color, but paint the head gold also, because originally I had just had the wings and the body part of this bee gold, but then I was looking through my my little odds and end pieces from my silhouette, from my vinyl, and I found these adorable little eyelashes. So, and they're in black, and so I decided to go ahead and paint the head gold and put these adorable little eyelashes on him. Her, him, let's call it a her. I want to call her a her. And that's those. And then I get these little extra heart piece cut off. Oh, not cut off, but I mean applied to the wood piece. And then I believe I will proceed to take my glossy Mod Podge. Once I get this nice and secure on there, I'm going to do this side. Let it dry, do the bee, let it dry, flip it over, do the other side, and let them dry.
Your beautiful silence.
Using my heat gun there a little bit to make it dry a little quicker. And here I have my little wood sign on a piece of parchment paper to help it from sticking to the paper I had underneath, so it wouldn't get anything on my project and ruin it, like any pieces of white from the paper or whatever.
You wouldn't give up, you said that you would be cool with it. Can you learn to be accepted of a little bit dangerous and a little insane? Can you ride this wave, take it to the grave? 'Cause I am so insane, and you're electric and change. Can you ride this wave, take it to the grave? Or we could get caught up in this wild, wild love.
Look at the shine. That is so pretty. It's so pretty. I love it. That was perfect timing. Okay, so then I am going to adhere my bee. First of all, I decide that yes, I don't want to use this hanger. I decide I'm not going to use this hanger because it doesn't really, it's not cohesive in my taste. In my opinion, I guess I should say. So I'm using my mama's handy dandy pliers again. I'm going to rip off the jute cord that they had, and I did not even bother with trying to take the staples out because they were like buried in there. So I go ahead and get my bee where I want it. And you guys, these little heart buttons I purchased for, I did JoJo's Siwa for my granddaughter's 5th birthday in August, and I made some bows, and those were some embellishments that I bought for the bows for the little 5-year-old little girls. And I decided to use one and put it in the wing of my bee. And I think it's so cute. And here I'm just cleaning up some of the excess glue from my bee. I don't want it showing. And then here I realized, oh, look at that. It's 2 different colors. I need to use something. I need to fix this. So I decided to use one of those furniture markers from the Dollar Tree and go with the oak and color it in. And then once that's through, I do believe we are going to be just about finished with this project once I put the hanger on it. Get the ribbon cut out the way I want, the size that I want, I mean. And Get a little bow right there at the center of it. Put little dovetails on the end. And this staple right here, you guys, my staple didn't touch those staples that were in there, so no worries on that one. Get my bow nice and perfect here, and this project is complete, you guys. I think it's so stinking adorable. I love it. And I'm more than sure that the person I made it for is going to love it as well. So here it is, the final.
Like the moment you told me, it took me long enough to ask if you would be mine. The look you would give me when I pulled you close for the 27th time. I kinda miss you, even though we never made love.
Alright, you guys, so here's all 3 of my projects. The love is in the air. So bright and shiny and beautiful. The Be Mine with my golden little bee. And then my beautiful little Liliana. Thank you guys for watching today. My current subscribers, thank you guys so very much. You mean the world to me. If you have not subscribed yet, please do. I've got many more projects to come. This is going to be a great year. You guys take care. Have a wonderful day. And happy early Valentine's. Stay tuned for the blooper.
I kinda miss you, even though it's been 3 years. And time is a healer. But even now I'm fighting a couple of tears. And nothing I do now can be done without my wondering what might have been. And I get a snapshot every now and then when you slip into my dreams. I kinda miss you, even though we never made love. I kinda miss you, though we didn't last that long.
What is up, my crafty friends? My name is Angie, and this is Tutu's Crafty Creations. That one ain't gonna work.
When I pulled you close for the 27th